Hello everybody, in this easy guitar lesson I'm going to teach you how to play All Along The Watchtower by Bob Dylan. Now I'll be following the Dylan version from the 1968 John Wesley Harding album. I will also show you the intro to the famous Jimi Hendrix version as well, if you want to know how to play that, but the focus of this lesson will be on the Dylan version. Now, it's a very easy song to play, there's only 3 chords. We are going to use a capo at the 4th fret, so put a capo on the 4th fret to follow along. So the 3 chords you need are A minor, G major and F major. And you're going to cycle through them starting with the A minor. There must be to G major, some way to F major, out of here, and then back to G major. And you're going to follow that pattern throughout the whole song. A minor, set the G major, joker to the F major, thief, back to G major. A minor to G major to F major, back to G major again, throughout the whole song. And you're going to do 2 beats on each chord. There's too much confusion, I can't get no relief. Let's look at the strumming pattern next then. So I'll demo first the kind of strumming pattern that I think you want to sound a bit like the Dylan recording, and then I'll break it down and show you how to do it. So it's a little bit difficult to hear exactly what Dylan's playing on the recording because you can only really hear the guitar on its own right at the start of the John Wesley Harding version of All Along The Watchtower. After that, you can hear quite a lot of bass, but I think it's something like this. So in general, starting from the A minor, what he's doing is playing an up-down, I think, on the bass strings. So strings 4 and 5 really, so up down like that on those 2 strings mainly, and then on the treble strings 3, 2, 1, he's playing down, up, down. So far you've got on the A minor this, and then you move to the G major on your left hand and on the bass strings, and this time mainly strings 5 and 6, you're going to do that up down again. Then you're going to move to the F major on your left hand, and again same thing on the bass strings 5 and 6 again, up down. And then on the F major you've also got on the treble strings that down, up, down. Back to the G major on your left hand and just an up down on the bass strings again. And that's really the pattern, so let's go through it one more time. Back to the A minor, up down on the bass strings, and then the treble strings down, up, down. Change to the G major, just an up down on the bass strings. Go to the F major, up down on the bass strings, and down, up, down on the treble strings. Back to the G major, just an up down on the bass strings. So effectively there's 2 things going on. There's an up down on the bass strings, and there's a down, up, down on the treble strings. And on the A minor you've got an up down on the bass strings plus a down, up, down on the treble strings. Every time you go to the G you've just got an up down on the bass strings, and the F major's like the A minor in that you've got an up down on the bass strings followed by a down, up, down on the treble strings there. And so the pattern goes on. So doing it a little bit faster, it's going to sound a bit like this. So that's my best approximation of what's going on in the John Wesley Harding recording. I've got more to show you on All Along the Watchtower in just a moment, but before I get to that, if you've been enjoying this video, please do hit the like button, and also if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe, because then you'll be notified of all the future videos that I release. Okay, let me tell you a bit about the Hendrix version now then. The first thing to say about the Hendrix version is that it's in a different key to the Dylan version. Dylan on John Wesley Harding plays the song in C sharp minor, so we've got a capo at the 4th fret, that A minor there, the first chord becomes a C sharp minor. With Hendrix it's in C minor, so to play along, chords will be the same, but you need to put your capo 1 fret lower at the 3rd fret, which makes the A minor into a C minor. So Hendrix is half a tone lower. Now let's look at the introduction to the Hendrix version. That's the really famous bit. To get this sounding right, you've got to use bar chords, and it wants to sound like this. Let me demo it first. Be a bit like that. So what we're doing there is we're starting with a bar chord on the 6th fret, that's B flat major, and we're doing 2 downs on that. We're moving that shooting match up 2 frets to the 8th fret. We're taking our middle finger off to make it a minor bar chord, that's C minor, and we're going to do 4 downstrokes on the C minor. Then back to the B flat, 2 frets lower, B flat major, so make sure you put your middle finger back, 2 downstrokes, and then down 2 frets to what's actually A flat major, 4 downstrokes on that, and then back again to the 6th fret, that B flat major, 2 downstrokes again. Up again to the C sharp minor there at the 8th fret, 4 downstrokes. Back to the B flat, 2 downstrokes. Always 2 downstrokes on the B flat in the introduction. And then you go down to that A flat again, A flat major, and you play something like this. Something like that. So that's the introduction to the Hendrix version. Now, the chords for the rest of it are the same. Those are the same chords that I've shown you, just bar chord versions of the open chords that I showed you, exactly the same chords. Personally, for the Hendrix version, I'd play open chords after that. Now obviously there's a lot going on in the Hendrix version. There's, you know, quite a big production, I guess, with the busy drums and bass and his lead playing obviously. But I think really the kind of feel is more like this. There must be some way out of here, said the joker to the thief. There's too much confusion, I can't get no relief. So I kind of play single downstrokes and just embellish it with, you know, up, down, up, down, up, down, like that in places. And, you know, you can ad-lib this song. For a 3-chord song, 3-chord trick where really nothing changes in terms of the chord structure throughout the song, it's a great one to play. Lyrics are fantastic and it's got a real drive to it. So just play around with it and enjoy playing it.